Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest updates and interesting stories, providing an array of specialized services to clients from all around the world. So today we're going to be talking about a country that you might not know a lot about, Serbia, and its unique approach to citizenship. Now that's right, you heard it correctly, citizenship by merit. So let's dive in. Serbia is a small country located in Southeast Europe, and it's a real hidden gem worth exploring. But today, we're not really going to be talking about visiting Serbia. We're talking more about why it's good to be a citizen of this amazing country. So first of all, Serbia is known for its hospitality and its welcoming culture. The people here are friendly, warm, and always willing to help. You'll always feel at home in Serbia, no matter where you're from. Secondly, Serbia has a rich history and culture that's deeply ingrained in everyday life, from traditional folk music and dances to delicious local cuisine. There's always something new and exciting to discover. Another great thing about Serbia is that it's an affordable place to live. The cost of living is low and you can enjoy a high quality of life. And finally, Serbia is a great place to start a business or pursue your career. With a growing economy and plenty of opportunities, there's no better place to invest your time and your energy. Now, we all know how difficult it can be to become a citizen of a foreign country, but Serbia has come up with an innovative way of granting citizenship to those who deserve it based on their achievements and their contributions to society. The program's called Citizenship by Merit, as prescribed in Article 19 of the law. So, how does it work? The Serbian government has created a list of criteria that an individual must meet to be eligible for citizenship by merit. These criteria include things like business investments, scientific and artistic achievements, and contributions to society. So, for example, if you're an entrepreneur who's invested significant money in Serbia, you may be eligible for citizenship by merit. Or if you're, say, a scientist who's made a groundbreaking discovery, or an artist who's won an international award or some recognition, you may also be eligible. The best part about this program is that it's not just limited to wealthy individuals. If you've made significant contributions to Serbian society through, say, charitable work or volunteerism, you may also be eligible for citizenship by merit. Now, of course, some requirements still need to be met, such as a clean criminal record and proficiency in the Serbian language. But overall, this program is a really great way for individuals who've contributed to Serbia's growth and development to become citizens. Now, so far the program has been a huge success, and more than 1,000 people have been granted citizenship on merit since its inception in 2018. This includes people from all over the world who've helped Serbia in various ways. Now, you've probably heard about Steven Seagal, Adriana Lima, Gabriel Cleverson Cordova, better known as Cleo, right? Well, they and many artists and business people got citizenship based on this merit. Last year, more than 50 Russian citizens were granted citizenship because of the special interest, which was substantially higher than previously. The trend is going towards granting more citizenship based on a special interest. Namely, the applicant must be a person whose admission to citizenship of the Republic of Serbia would interest Serbia. His spouse and minor children can jointly ask for Serbian citizenship with the applicant. The applicant proves this fact by submitting, next to the request for admission to the citizenship, a copy of his passport and his CV, his curriculum vitae, to the competent authority. The CV should be as detailed as possible, with an emphasis on all that is good in academics and achievements, business and results, work experience and work achievements for the applicant. Second, the applicant must not be on any wanted list of any security service with whom Serbia is cooperating. Now let's talk about the procedure now. Before the submission of the request for acquiring citizenship by permanent residence, the applicant must fulfill all the requirements by law. First, the applicant must have permanent residence in Serbia. Now, the basis for getting approval for permanent residence is typically work, job, business operations in Serbia or a family reunion, based on which the foreigner previously had a temporary residence permit for 3 or 5 years continuously. Additionally, the applicant must have a registered residence on the territory of Serbia for at least 3 years before submitting the request. The next step is filling the request for acquiring citizenship by residence. Now, the applicant can submit the request to any Serbian consulate or the Ministry of Internal Affairs, that's the MOIA, at the police station in Serbia. After that, if the request is approved, the MOIA decides to acquire citizenship. The necessary documents in this case are the following. A request for citizenship. There's a special form for the request issued by the MOIA. A statement of Serbian citizenship. It's a statement that the applicant considers Serbia his country, and it's on a special form also issued by MOIA. Birth certificate of the applicant. Now, this document must be in the original form, notarized, apostilled and translated by a certified court translator for the Serbian language. Marriage certificate. Now, this is applicable only if the applicant is married. This document must be in the original form, and if the document is issued in a foreign country, it must be notarized, apostilled and translated by a certified court translator for the Serbian language. Application passport and permanent residency passport sticker. The passport must be valid at the time of submission of the request. This document must be a notarized copy. The applicant can notarize it at a Serbian public notary office. Applicant's Serbian personal ID. Now, this document must be a notarized copy. The applicant can notarize it at Serbian public notary offices. The applicant must always check whether his country of origin is a signatory to the Hague Convention abolishing the requirement of legalization for foreign public documents. Decision on the permanent residency for the applicant. This document must be a notarized copy. Confirmation of citizenship releasement, a guarantee from the competent foreign authority that the applicant will be released from foreign citizenship if he's admitted to the citizenship of Serbia. And in the case he has already been released from foreign citizenship, then the applicant submits the decision on release from foreign citizenship. Now, this document must be in the original form. If the document is issued in a foreign country, it must be notarized, apostilled and translated by a certified court translator for the Serbian language. Proof of payment of the administrative fee. Now, in practice, this manner of acquiring Serbian citizenship typically includes the 3 following phases. Expression of interest, formalization of the business relationship, and completion and closing. Now, it all starts with applicants or their advisors expressing interest in acquiring citizenship by merit by contacting a law firm. The purpose of this phase is that a law firm may perform preliminary security and an acceptance test on behalf of the candidate with competent authorities. This phase aims to obtain a preliminary assessment of the likelihood and timeline for successful application in a particular case. For that reason, a concrete applicant or their advisors must provide a law firm with her or his CV and a scan of a passport. This phase typically lasts up to around 10 days and ends with unofficial information on the acceptability of a particular application. If the answer is affirmative, then we proceed to phase 2 of this process, which is the formalization of the business relationship between the parties involved. Now, the positive answer creates grounds for an assessment of the complexity of the case at hand and a quotation of the associated fees. If fees are acceptable to an applicant, then we move to discuss and agree upon the structure that will best protect the interests and funds of an applicant that becomes our client. Now, typically this is set up in a way that funds are deposited in an escrow account and released only upon successful completion of the application process, issuance of the decision of citizenship and associated passport documents. Now, this typically takes around 14 days to complete, and this way the client is fully safeguarded against any adverse scenario or unfortunate string of events, if any. In other words, if anything goes awry, the funds designated for the fee are fully returned to the applicant, except for a retainer, which anyway constitutes a small fraction of the fee amount. A retainer is paid to a law firm at the beginning of this phase and amounts to around €1,500, and it serves to cover admin and translation fees, as well as basic legal work undertaken in Serbia. Yet, after the preliminary check is affirmative, all cases so far ended successfully, so we can continue to explore the third and the final phase of this process. Now, speaking about completion and closing, the first step in this phase is that an appointed law firm prepares and submits a formal request for the issuance of citizenship by merit to the competent authority. In addition to this request, a law firm must prepare and submit a substantiated motion to justify the reasons for the issuance of this type of citizenship. Then the competent authorities, that's typically the Ministry of Interior, Security Services, Chamber of Commerce and the Serbian government, well, they carry out their part of the work to formalise the outcome of the citizenship application. The successful completion of the issuance of citizenship documents, the decision on citizenship and associated passport documents, well, that typically takes up to 1 month to complete, counting as of the day of submission of the request for citizenship by merit, along with accompanying paperwork. Now, in the end, an appointed law firm shall inspect the received citizenship documents and notify an applicant and other parties involved of its findings. Finally, an applicant will collect her or his passport along with the documents duly issued by authorised authorities. Even though the MOIA informs the applicant about the exact list of documents, typically the applicant must submit the following documents: a request for citizenship form issued by the Ministry of Internal Affairs, a statement of Serbian citizenship form also issued by MOIA, original, notarized, apostilled birth certificate translated by a certified court translator for the Serbian language, an original, notarized, apostilled marriage certificate, if applicable, a copy of valid passport and proof of payment of the administrative fee. Now let's see some examples. A reputable businessman from the Russian Federation recently expressed interest in obtaining Serbian citizenship based on merit. He holds a high-ranking position in one of the world's largest energy companies. The Serbian Chamber of Commerce provided a special recommendation to the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the MOIA, highlighting the potential contribution that the applicant could make to the energy sector in Serbia. After thorough checks by the relevant authorities, the MOIA approved the applicant's request for Serbian citizenship and the Serbian government issued a positive decision. This individual has indeed made and continues to make significant contributions to the energy industry in Serbia, which is of great interest to our country. A recent case involved a family from the Russian Federation obtaining Serbian citizenship based on merit. So the main applicant possesses extensive knowledge of new AI and IT technologies and has invested in multiple startup companies within the industry. She's also managed various IT companies globally and holds significant influence in industry development. Furthermore, she collaborates closely with investment funds in real estate and cryptocurrency markets. The applicant intends to make substantial investments in the information technology field in Serbia. Now, recognizing the potential contribution of the applicant to Serbia's IT sector, the Serbian Chamber of Commerce recommended granting citizenship to this family. Following positive background checks, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the MOIA, approved, leading the Serbian government to issue a positive decision on their acquisition of citizenship. Yet as of May 2023, the Serbian government has passed amendments to the law to the parliament for adoption that could potentially bring significant benefits to foreigners interested in obtaining Serbian citizenship. The proposed amendments aim to streamline and simplify the citizenship application process while also expanding eligibility criteria for foreign applicants. Well, we really hope you enjoyed this video and you found it informative and entertaining. Your support really does mean the world to us. So if you liked what you saw, well, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below. Also, do make sure you subscribe to our channel for more engaging content just like this. We appreciate each and every one of you for being just a little part of our community here. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.